Hi there, I'm Raleigh Brown. It's Sunday, April 3rd. We made it through April Fool's Day with no terrible accidents, and it is time for the Sunday morning extended concert. Pam Zappardino is first one in, then Keith Shaw and Steve Edelman and Rhonda Scott Merrick. Good to see you guys here this morning, and Kathy Marsick and Donna Greenberg. And Charlie Bryant, hey Charlie, and John Hubner, and Ann Caston, hi Annie, and Carol Pred, and Big Dan, hi Big Dan, Biggie as we know him, and Terry St. James up there in Montreal, and Michael Tierson. And it says, one more day for a winter coat. Yeah, you should have been with me in upstate New York yesterday, buddy. This is nice. It's nice out here. And Heidi McClure is here. You guys are back? You made it back to Colorado. They've been out in Arizona for a while. And Warren Bendler and Janelle and Michael Anthony Wood and Retta Walk and Ron and Leslie Williams Earhart. And Cozy Sheridan. Hi, Cozy. And Charlie might be there, too. Charlie and I are here, she says. And Rich Laughlin and Ken and Supa up in the Northwest. And Aisling Bain and Mike Verbeek. Good crowd. And so today is a requests day. It's mostly requests today. And once again, I want to mention, I always write this in the request, in my request for requests, but whether I've done the song recently is an issue. Whether I know the song is a big issue. And sometimes you get a song that you know, but you haven't played in years and years, and this is one of those, and it's a beautiful song. I actually played backup guitar for my buddy Danny Gotham when he was here. He sang it. And this is a song written by Tom Paxton, who's certainly a kind of a patriarch of the singer-songwriter movement. Last night I watched you can go to pbs.com and watch a documentary called The Song Poet. Song Poet is one word, and it's about Eric Anderson, who was another very influential singer-songwriter in the early Greenwich Village movement. A very interesting movie. And I can't say I came away loving Eric Anderson, but I've always respected his music, and I enjoyed watching this thing. Kate Petrella is here, and Steve Davidson, and Linda Pasquo-Blaze, are you back from the South? And Michael Miller from North Carolina, Deb Libby Clark. All these people, who am I missing? John Sprouse and Bob McKenna. And I think I said hi. Rich Fowler, Debbie Moore. I think I said hi to most of the rest of you. Anyhow, let's get rolling here, because there's lots of songs to get through. It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, made of sand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will you be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better. I didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. You've got reasons aplenty for going, this I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better. I didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As we walk, all my thoughts are a-tumbling round and round, round and round. Underneath our feet, the subway is rumbling underground, underground. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better. I didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As I lie in my bed in the morning without you, without you. Each song in my breast dies a-bornin' without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. The Last Thing on My Mind by Tom Paxton. I've met him a couple times, just very kind of peripherally. We played on stage together, actually, when my good friends Magpie were playing down at Wolf Trap in Virginia, and Tom came out and played a song with us. Speaking of Magpie, I just spent 2 days with them up in Middleburg, New York, and we had a lovely time. I ate too much, I'm afraid, but not too much. And we played a lot of music, and Reggie Harris came over. He lives across the street. We all had dinner together and laughed a lot. And Matt and Nancy Daynard came, and they put me up when I'm up there, because Magpie's little nest is so small that it's only room enough for 2 birds to live there. Charlie Ortolani is here, and he says, nice additional chords. Those additional chords came from Danny Gotham. Danny had that idea in the chorus. Instead of going, will there be not a trace left behind? Danny did, will there be not a trace left behind? Which is a beautiful progression, right up the scale. A minor, B minor, C major, A, B, C. So that's that, and a shout out to the Magpies. I don't know if they're on here this morning. They often stop by for these things. John Pierre Cador, who any Blind Blake instrumental? Not today. I'm sorry. That's we're right in. I'm already in my groove for today. So sorry. Kenny Lancey is here. Hi, Kenny. And Donna Greenberg. I said hi to David Arthur Ratcliffe. And I'm seeing who else I missed here, if anybody. I think that's pretty much. Oh, there's Greg Artsner. He's here. They're listening and watching on the big TV. They managed to figure out how to get, I think YouTube you can get on Roku. And I too am glad I made it home safe and sound. I got in just as it was getting dark, had time to put together a set list for today and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, Warren Bendler says, I don't think I have anything from Eric Anderson except Thirsty Boots. You should go and find his song Blue River. That's gorgeous. And there's a lot of that early stuff that's good, but he wrote a lot of, he continued to write and record. And there's a very weird story about he did an album after the Blue River album, which was hugely successful, and kind of marked his progression into being a popular musician instead of just a folkie. He recorded this album called Stages, and after they had finished recording it, somehow before it got mastered, the tapes were lost, and apparently somebody stole them and hid them away out of malice or whatever. And then 17 years later, they dumped them in the warehouse at Columbia, and so I think it came out then. I have to go back and research this a little more, but that's the story they told. Anyhow, that's all the talking I'm going to do for the moment, except to say hello to anybody who I may have missed so far. Toby Simmons and Jack Haas and Charlie Bryant. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention that for my Ohio pals, I will be, the plan is that I will be in Kent for May 4th and the weekend before. And on that weekend before, I believe there's going to be a big concert on the Commons on the Kent campus in the afternoon. But in the evening, I will be playing with Magpie at a concert at Fred Fuller Park. They have an indoor venue there. So if you're around Cleveland or Kent and you want to come out and hear Magpie, and I'll just be a backup musician, unless they deign to let me do a tune. And so you might come down to Kent and say hello, and I'll be around for those 4 days if any of my denizen friends want to stop out. So I'm going to get to another tune here, and I forget who asked for what. Ben Elder is here, and Jeanette Pasqua, and Brian Kuiper, and Jay Peterson. Hello, guys. Well, them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is new. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child who's got his own. You know the rich get rich while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets, they don't ever make the grade. Mama may have, Papa may have, God bless the child, God bless the child who's got his own. You know, money, you've got lots of friends hanging around your door. But when money's gone and spending ends, they don't come no more. So rich relations may give you crusts of bread bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't you take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have. God bless the child. He's got his own. Money, you've got lots of friends hanging round your door. When money's gone, spending ends, they don't come no more. Rich relations may give you crusts of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't you take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have. God bless the child. God bless the child. God bless the child who's got his own. God Bless the Child, credited to Billie Holiday. I always loved Dave Van Ronk's version of it, and I stole some of those chords from Dave. And since we're doing little guitar lessons here, hey, Alex Bevan is here, and Steve Googe is here. Googe. And so the normal way to play that tune is C7, F7, C7, F7, and then you go to a G minor, C7, G minor, C7, something like that. And what Van Ronk did was that before he went to the G minor, he went to an A minor. So it goes, and then he goes A minor. And then he goes to the G minor and the C7, maybe with a flat 5, and then you go into the rest of it. Little touches like that a lot of times just make an arrangement so much cooler, you know. So, hi, all you guys are here. We have a nice crowd. John Sprouse is here. Margot Lemieux, John Rossi, and Jackie Damsky. Hi, Jackie. I think I said hi to most of you. Thanks, Charlie, on that arrangement. Thumbs up. Okay, I'll go back and read these in detail later. So next up, I can't remember who requested what anymore. I think maybe David Arthur Radcliffe requested this, but I always love doing this one. So this is called Jerusalem, and it is it's a sort of hymn. Written by Sir Hugh Perry, and originally he was, and there's words to it which came from a William Blake poem. Long story which I won't go into here. Terry Leonino says, love the Billie Holiday song in your arrangement. Terry Leonino can murder this song when she sings it. She sings great jazz, which she doesn't always get a chance to do anymore because Magpie does so much other stuff, but she could do a whole album of jazz standards and it would be killer. She's one of many wonderful vocalists on my Songbirds album, where I think she sings Don't Explain. Is that what we did? Or did we do something else? Some Billie Holiday thing. So, Jerusalem. So that's Jerusalem, a beautiful piece of music, which I first heard in the movie Chariots of Fire as a kind of background piece, and eventually rediscovered it when James Taylor played it on his Breakshot Audible book, audio book, which is a wonderful thing. You should listen to it. And the name Chariots of Fire from that Oscar-winning movie came from the William Blake poem that is part of this piece of music. Pardon me. Did I clunk you guys? I don't believe I did. Here's a clunk to you. So let's do some announcements. I want to say hi to any of the Invisibles who are present who may or may not include, and in addition there may be others, but Judith Fox, Kate Mack, Linda Worster, Kit Serikaku, who's probably asleep, Bill Rubenstein, Joel Biget, Mario Prue, who built this lovely guitar. And there may be others who I'm forgetting, but those are the ones I remember. And as always, there's that thing there. If you want to donate a little to the cause to keep the wheels greased here at Raleigh World, then that's always appreciated, never expected. Is that what I usually say? Whatever Dakota Dave says, never required or whatever. So. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow, therefore, is Monday, and I'll be on at 3 o'clock with my usual concert. And then on Tuesday morning at 10:30 Eastern Time, the estimable Cozy Sheridan and Charlie Koch duo will entertain you, and they will entertain you, and they're a joy to listen to if you need a little pick-me-up on a Tuesday morning, or if you just want to hear some great songs and great performance and lovely people entertaining you and being often adorable at the same time. 10:30 Tuesday morning, and then on Wednesday I'll be back at 3 p.m. and somewhere between now and then we will discuss what happens on Thursday and etc. And Alex, since you're here, if you know what you're doing this week and intend to actually do it, then let us know. And John Sprouse has just posted the whole lyric of the William Blake poem. So go look at that. It is a beautiful thing when it's sung. It's in Chariots of Fire. It's sung by a boys' choir, and powerful, really gorgeous. Okay, so enough about that. Next up is my original for today. This is my request. Another cup of coffee, another morning in the sun. Am I forgetting my own song here? Another cup of coffee, another morning in the sun. There's a big wind coming, set these dark spirits on the run. Out west in Ohio, they still have snow. How I survived there, I don't know. I'm just sitting here with the opposite of the blues. I dreamt the blues was a lady, and she approached me all in black. I could see her tragic beauty, but she would not look back. You know, I believe I tried to catch her eye. I caught the hint of a smile as she moved by, kindly left me here with the opposite of the blues. Friends are moving, they are on the move again. I too will travel, but I don't know when. Now you can marshal all your forces, but the battle's never done. So I believe I'll have another cup, just sit here in the sun. So many sorrows, so much woe. The time has come to let them go and just live on with the opposite of the blues. The opposite of the blues. What I aspire to. Terry Lino says, it is snowing here and we have an inch prediction of 3 before it's over. I got out just in time is right. So next up, I'm going to do. I consider this to be an ongoing request from somebody who shall go nameless, but whose name is in the title of this piece. So I felt I wanted to play another instrumental today, and then nobody had really requested an instrumental other than Jerusalem. So I threw this one in. This is Salvo and Mints. So that's Salvo and Mints, and that was a song kind of written. It was something that started as an improvisation, and then because I had improvised it onto a video, I was able to go back and then shape it into an actual piece of music. Rich LaPena is here. Hi, Rich. And Dwight Shoemate is here. He's recovering from COVID. And Terry Leonino is saying all kinds of nice stuff about me. So make sure you go back and read that. we had a ball up there, and we sat yesterday. She pointed this out. We sat in front of the computer, the three of us, and watched Dakota Dave's stream and commented on it lavishly. So it was good. So this also this is a kind of left-handed request. People requested a couple Bob Dylan songs, and I thought this one would be a good one. Actually, this was one of the requests, I think, from Kit. So it's a great favorite of mine, one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs. And the story of this arrangement is that what I said to myself is, how would Bert Jansch play this if he was going to play this tune? And then I developed an arrangement which I thought paid a little bit of homage to his guitar style. So here we go. Early one morning the sun was shining, I was laying in bed, wondering if she had changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks, they said our lives together, they sure was gonna be tough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress, Daddy's bank book wasn't big enough. And I was standing by the side of the road, rain pouring on my shoes, headed out for the East Coast. Lord knows I paid some dues getting through. Tangled up in blue. Now she was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could and abandoned it out west. Broke up on a dark, sad night, both agreeing it was best. And she turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over her shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue. Now I had a job in the great Northwest, working as a cook for a while. But I never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where my luck it was to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat just outside of Delacroix. But all the time I was alone, the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working at a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. And later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same, and she was standing there beside my chair. She said, "Tell me, don't I know your name?" I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines in my face. I must admit, I felt a little uneasy when she went down to tie the laces of my shoe. Tangled up in blue. Well, she lit a burner on the stove, offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said, you looked like the silent type. Then she opened up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. and every one of them words rang true, glowed like burning coals, leaping off of every page, like they were written on my soul from me to you. Tangled up in blue. So I lived with them on Montague Street, in the basement down the stair. There was music in the cafes at night, revolution in the air. And he got into dealing with slaves. Something inside of him died, and she had to sell everything she had, froze up inside. And then when finally the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on, like a bird that flew, tangled up in blue. So now I'm going back again. I got to get to her somehow. All those people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how it all got started. I don't know what we did with our lives. But me, I'm still on the road, headed for another joint. We always did feel the same. We just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue. Tangled Up in Blue by Bob Dylan. There's new comments here. Let me see who's here. I think I said hello to most of you. Keep going here. So there are wonderful lines in that song, and the way they trip off the tongue is just unbelievable. You know, there's a couple in particular, if I can remember them right now. That the verse that goes, one day the axe just fell, so drifted down to New Orleans, where my luck was to be employed. Luck was to be employed. It's poetry just coming, just in the meter of it. You know, working for a while on a fishing boat just outside of Delacroix. Just masterful wordsmithing. And what's the other one? It doesn't come to mind right now, and I won't bore you. So anyhow, Keith Shaw looks like he's just checking in now. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. I haven't used the Halo Cam for a while. Maybe we'll take a look at the Halo Cam, and I will sing you a little mantra. Maybe we could get to there, and you can see me, and then if I go just a little higher, you can see Andy Cohen. So Andy's back there. That's him and me up there. Reverend Gary Davis there. Sarah Steele's beautiful watercolor there. sarahsteele.com, SARASTEELE.com. And for wonderful calendars and prints and all kinds of beautiful stuff. And like that. So hope to see some of you tomorrow. I'm gonna maybe have another cup and sit here and read all your comments for a little while. And then my buddy Beth is coming over. We're going to play Gypsy Jazz this afternoon. Be happy, be healthy, be brave, and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, if you get cranky, listen to what my buddy Alex Bevan would say. Take a nap. Have a great day, you guys.